strange things over the year, and they've all come true over the years. Anyhow. See, when I'm emceeing, you don't know how much I'm drinking. If I was just up here doing a regular set, you could count. After shot glasses. But no, that's the thing, really. Well, here's to you guys. And here's to driving across the country using only peripheral vision.
Salute.
Okay, anyhow, real quick, I just want to tell you a true story. A woman thing, you know, because just, you know, being warm with the women. And anyhow, oh wow, I just felt like somebody else there for a minute. You know who it was. Anyhow, I made the mistake of going out with this woman, and I take her to a bar just to start the night, and I couldn't drag her out. She's in there getting hammered. It's glurg, 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 charisma! All night long, never had an empty hand, never had an empty shot glass, and then at one point in the evening, she looks up and goes, I'm pretty drunk. You can take advantage of me if you want to. You know, so I said, why not? So I take her home, get her into my bedroom. Ooh, mirrors all over the ceiling, boy. Yeah. Sat her down on my bed, and then I yanked out my electronic battleship game. Oh, whipped her 20 straight before she caught on. I was looking at the ceiling, seeing where all her ships were. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Scott Silverman. Let him know.
Oh, I can't believe that's the last time I'm going to stagger drunk up those plywood stairs. I'm so sad. If you guys read the article in the Contra Costa Times, I'm the one that they had to call 911 during my set the last time I was here. Let me explain. I'm a homosexual. And that's, of course you can all tell, because as soon as I start talking, you're like, wait a minute, I know that accent. What a fag. Where'd he get here from? But this is totally my room. I've always done really well at the Walnut Creek Punch Line, except for the last time I was here. Usually I do good here because I'm so from the Walnut Creek of Southern California. I'm from Encino, and that's, I'm sorry, I know you guys don't want to be compared, but it's the same place. So I know it's a bummer, but it's true. And the last time I was here, it was during the San Francisco comedy competition, and I made it to the semifinals, and it was really fun, except for this guy in the front row who was not having a bit of what I was saying. He was so homophobic, and he was like yelling fag at me. I'm sure, like, I don't know already. Really? No way! So he would not shut up the entire time, and so I had to ask his name, because if I was going to quarrel with him, I was going to find out his name. His name was Lance, people. Lance! Lance! I'm like, Lance, you're probably gayer than I am with that name. What are you thinking? Calling me a fag. Shh. But he was totally going to kill me. And they had to call 911 during my set like I'm Nicole Simpson or something, you know? It's like me yelling in the background going, oh my god, it's homophobia, you know it's record, ah! It's so scary. The waitresses had to escort me from this club. It's like I had a circle of pretty girls around me. It's kind of cool. But the guy was waiting outside by a car that he thought was mine. See, here's the great thing about my act, is it's all fucking lies, except for the gay part. I told this guy that I have a Honda CRX, and he's waiting like to rumble with me by a CRX. And so like, little accountant walks out, and he's like, oh my god, what? I'm not gay, it's not me, my hair's not nearly that big, ah! So that was the last time I'm here, and I'm really sad that this place is closing. This has been such a fun ride. It's such a fun ride out from San Francisco, you know, on the 24 racing cars. Now anybody can do 65, and that's such a bummer. That's so, oh my god, it's like, not unless you've got some really cool automotive credentials, which I don't think any of you do. I fucking have the coolest car in the world. I have a Volkswagen Scirocco. Oh yeah. Aren't you so impressed with me? It's so 80s. I should be doing cocaine off of like black granite or something. And I bought my car because I really like the name Scirocco. Scirocco. You know what Scirocco means? Scirocco is an Arabic word for a hot wind, people. My car is named after a fart. I'm so bummed out. It's probably my last time out in Contra Costa. I'm so mad. You know, I always have problems out here, except for like working at this club. The last time I had a really serious problem out here, I was at a club called Foo Bars in Martinez, another one that is I know, so boo. It was so boo. I'm there, and I'm Jewish. I'm Jewish and gay. I'm like this big hatred double coupon, you know? I'm like a fucking buffet for hatred, you know? And I'm doing this set at Foo Bars, and they announce my name. Please give a warm Martinez welcome to Scott Silverman. And I'm just about to start speaking, and this guy right in the front row looks up at me and calls me a kike, which is a really rude name for a Jew, so don't ever use it. But I'm so much more attuned to homophobia, I thought the guy said dyke. I'm like, well, you're close. Then I realized what he said. I'm like, God, that is so 1950s. So I just looked him right in the eye, right through the holes he had cut in his hood. And I said, you know, I'm really glad that you're here dealing with your problem with anti-Semitism because it means they're giving the sheep at the farm the night off. And then I ran for my fucking life. I don't want to die doing this. I'm so sure that this would be such a bad, because it would be totally my fault if I died doing this. I wanted to be an innocent victim, and I think I'm going to get my dream, because I drove out here with probably one of the headliners tonight. She's probably the sexiest girl in the room. Margaret Cho is going to be here later. And she's wearing a really short mini skirt. Yeah. And the car that we rented has cloth interior, so you should see her try to get out of that thing. I'm like, oh my God, Victoria's Secret, right? But that's what's going to get me killed, is hanging out with women. Can you believe it? I'm a gay guy, and that's going to get me killed, because you know I'm so going to be Ron Goldman one of these days. I mean, think about it. I'm a Jewish actor, waiter from the Valley, totally hanging out with girls who drive white convertibles and wear really tight clothes and have obsessive ex-boyfriends. I'm going to be walking into the house one day, hey, Margaret, here's that Haagen-Dazs you wanted. Ah! So bad. This is gonna happen to me. I just don't understand why people are so homophobic, because we're in all the movies. It's like we're a requirement on sitcoms these days. There were two gay characters in my favorite movie of all time. Yes, there were. Star Wars. Two gay characters. No, not Darth Vader. Even though he was such a leather daddy. I mean, he was so... Who's your daddy? Ah! You! C-3PO, hello? Robo Queen, what a fag. Mincing through space, calling Skywalker Master Luke. Encased in gold lame, really? R2-D2 was a lesbian, totally. Poor thing. They were always using her to jumpstart the Millennium Falcon. See, lesbians are really mechanically oriented. I'm trying to teach you about my people. I was supposed to relate to Luke Skywalker. He was supposed to be my role model, but I thought he was so boring. I like Princess Leia. She was so cool. She was a space bitch and she did not need it from you. I wanted to be her so badly. I walked around the cafeteria in 5th grade throwing shade with 2 big cinnamon rolls on my head. Thank you, good night, Walnut Creek.
Silverman, come on now! This is sad. It is sad. What can I tell you? It is sad, but don't go anywhere, because we got a hell of a lot of comedy. We're celebrating tonight, because this place shouldn't go dark, but it's going to. But like I said, I'm going to spend some of my lucrative television money and bring it right back to you. Speaking of lucrative television money, this next woman you've seen on her own HBO special, in her own series, All American. American girl, and she's a little bit crazy about me, and I'm glad I have a chance to be away from her now, because now that she's going to be on stage, I can finally go, Jesus, driving me crazy. Please welcome Margaret Cho!
So much. I'm like, no, okay. I fucking started drinking really early because I realized that tonight would be my night of the living ex-boyfriends. Every fucking guy I've ever gone out with in the world is here tonight, and I think that's wonderful. As you all know a little bit too much about me, and that's okay. But you know what I always think is like, oh, you know, it's really sad I don't have a sitcom anymore. So that's kind of sad. Isn't that fucked? And I'm like such a panicker. Like I just fucking panic about everything. And I started having nightmares. I saw myself on late night TV going, well, when I first called Dion's psychic friends, you know, I fucking have nothing. And like I panic about every little thing. Like I just go crazy. Like if a guy I like doesn't call me, immediately I think, oh my God, I'm gonna die alone. And not only will I die alone, I'll die a really fat, sad sack spinster. You know, I see myself going to the public pool at 6 a.m. to float on my back. I see myself in the shower lifting up my massive breast to wash underneath it. Isn't that horrible? No, I do this with everything. If I'm on a plane and there's turbulence, immediately I look in my purse for food that I'm gonna have to hide from the other survivors. That's the level of crazy that I'm at. So just coming from that, my favorite night here at the Punch Line probably happened, I guess about, oh God, about 4 or 5, I have to put this down, I'm sorry.
Alcohol, duh.
I'm sorry. I'm so boozy. Is that horrible? I get drunk so fast, and I'm like so Asian that I get all red. You say I'm all flushed. Okay. My favorite night here was it was during the San Francisco comedy competition. It was years ago. And it was the first night I remember meeting a young man named Tom Rhodes. I don't know if you're familiar with him. It's a comic that we all know and love. And I was very taken by him, and it was like I was young, and it was like years ago. And he and I have never actually talked about this, but I'm going to tell you about what happened that night. We met that night, and we like really hit it off, and he needed a ride back to the city, and I was like, all right, I'll take you. And I had a big, huge Buick LeSabre that was gold, and I was such a pimp, and I was all proud of it. And he was in the car, and we're just sitting there, and you know, we drove back to my house, and I was at that time squatting across the street from St. Mary's Hospital on Hayes Street in like a really horrible, like, it was like an old monastery. Like, it was really bad. Like, it was one of those, like a near homeless situation where I was like totally almost panhandling, and it was really disgusting, and like I didn't know 2 of my roommates and stuff. And like I brought him back there, and like the house cat had taken a huge shit on the floor of the bathroom, and like Tom went in there and came out, and I knew that happened, and it was like, that's the most embarrassing thing. If like you can't, because I don't know what he must have thought. Maybe he thought I took a shit on the floor of the bathroom. I don't know, you know. And we never talked about it, so I'll never know, you know, what happened. And anyway, so we got kind of like friendly, and we're sitting on my bed, and we started kissing. Oh my God, so scandalous. And then, right, no, fully macking. He's like so hot, I think. But then, no, he really made me mad because, you know what he did? He took a rubber band, like a scrunchie, out of his pocket and put his hair up. And I was so, like, he was fucking getting ready, you know? And I was so mad. Do you know what I mean? He fully, like, a full scrunchie. And I was like, no, see, you gotta go home now. You gotta go back. I'm gonna take you back to Doug Ferrari's house, all right? I'm sorry. You gotta go. And, but we've never talked about that. I kind of don't really like guys with long hair because when they go down on you, they have to go like that first. And it just fucking bugs me, you know? It's just something not right to me, you know? So, I'm so drunk. So bad. Doesn't matter. It's alright.
Yeah.
I'm so boozy that I'll just fucking say anything. Like, yeah, I'm so bitter. I can't, like, I'm so bitter, completely unable to watch television now. Like, I can't watch that show Friends. Oh, fuck you, they're not your friends. Like, any of them would have your back in a fight. Come on. Look at me, of course I would have your back in a fight. I hate that show Friends. I saw one of the guys from Friends at the store. I don't know which one it was. I'm so fucking racist, they all look alike to me. But like, I don't know. Seriously. And I saw one of them and I go, hey, and he's like, hey. And I was like, hey, I'm not some fucking stupid girl saying hi to you. I was on TV too, so don't give me that, okay? I was kind of drunk then too. That's why I really captured the mood. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have like a hard time in Hollywood because I'm physically greater than most actresses. You know? Not less than, all right? Fucking greater than. I'm gigantic compared to some of these women. And it's so frustrating because I'm just huge. And I have a terrible fat complex, I know. It's bad. And when I first started developing this show, I went to the network and I had a meeting with them and it was really good. And I got home that night and I got a phone call from one of the executives and he was like, Margaret, it was really great to meet with you today. We're so excited about the project. Just one thing. We all had a meeting and we thought it would be a really good idea if you lost 10 pounds before we started shooting. Now, the fact that they said that is fine, but just the idea that these people had a meeting to talk about my big fat ass, unrolled a picture of me. Here are the problem areas we need to target. Girl. And I know that I'm not fat, but I just have like a complex. I have a fat complex because something really horrible happened to me when I was a teenager. I was hanging out with my friend on Haight Street in San Francisco, and we're hanging out, and we started talking to this really old black woman. She's very old, very wise, very The Color Purple, Alice Walker woman, and she's looking deeply into my eyes, and she says, baby, you know I used to be able to fly, but I can't fly no more, baby. But baby, you too fat to fly. That was my hickory moment with Belva. Thank you, Belva, for ruining my self-esteem for my whole life in my hickory moment. I don't know, I'm fucking drunk. I don't even know. People say incredible things to me, and I think that I have a bad, like, image of myself because of that, you know? It's just terrible. I think, well, I was working at a university in Florida, and the hospitality person came to pick me up at the airport. Really nice guy. We're talking in his car, and he says, you know, you're my favorite comedian because you look exactly like my sister. I said, oh, really? Do you have a picture? And he showed it to me, and she was so ugly. And I didn't know how to react. You know, what the fuck is this supposed to mean? I do not have an eye in the middle of my forehead, okay? Hi. It's so weird to be drunk on stage. I've never done this before. I've been doing comedy for like so long. I've been on stage on acid. I've been on stage stoned. I've never been on stage drunk. It seems like the easiest thing to be on stage drunk, and it's very difficult. I'm trying to like maintain. Like, it's very weird, so just bear with me. Is it going okay? It's crazy. Scott Silverman is a very good friend of mine. You know, I am the biggest fag hag in the whole world. I wasn't sure if you were aware of my fag hagness, but I love my gay male friends, but when I was a little girl, I always wished that I would be constantly surrounded by gorgeous guys, and I am, and I should have been more specific. People always think I'm a lesbian, and I'm not a lesbian, which is a shame because I am so good at softball. No, seriously, no, people just assume that I'm gay because I support a lot of gay causes, and when I go to these events, I never say that I'm straight because I hate it when straight people go, and it's like saying, you know, hey, I support you, but I'm not one of you, you know, so I just never specify, so people just assume that. My mother is forever trying to get me to come out of the closet. It's okay! It's okay! I have a Katie Lang album. Mom, not a rug doctor, all right, Mom? Okay. Hi. No, not. I like Katie Lang a lot. I think her new album's very good. I like women's music to that extent. That's the only women artists. Like, I like women that rock, but I hate, you know, women's, oh, the dog and the cat and the moon and the dike. Fuck that. But I think that women rock. Like, I'm in a band myself with, well, I used to be in a band with Karen Anderson, but she had to quit. And Karen Anderson were in a band, and it was a very good band. And it was really, well, we never really played, but we'd put our instruments on and pretend to do interviews for Rolling Stone and spin all day. You see, when I started the band, it was just Karen and I. We were running guns for the IRA in Belfast, you see. And it was a different time for music. You have to understand that war was on, and, you know, I met Karen, she was making a pipe bomb. And I said, oh God, look at her hands! She should not be making a bomb, she should be playing guitar. That is so weird and crazy that I just did that. They're so oddball. I feel like, you know, like I'm Nick Cage in Leaving Las Vegas. Like I've got that dark purple boozy tingle in the back of my. I've had like 4 martinis. That's like a lot for me. I mean, very drunk. So I gotta find another job. I had a hard time doing the TV show because it was like the first Asian American show on television. So everybody had something to say about it, you know. And the Korean community like didn't like me and stuff, and it was really hard to get in with them. And I would read in Time and Newsweek, and all these Korean American leaders were saying really mean things about me. And of course, I didn't try to get their support at all. I was calling them at home at 3 a.m. going, what the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking cock? And like, it's really stupid to call a 50-year-old Korean man a fucking cock, because they have no idea what it is. What do you mean I am fucking cock? I am not a rooster, I am not chicken! They really upset me because they called me racist. That was the only thing that made me mad, because nobody can call me a racist. I know what racism is. This doesn't sound related at all, but it's totally related. I'm really into cheerleading. I'm fucking so full-fledged into cheerleading. That's like my whole life, and I love cheerleading. And this year, the team that won the National Cheerleading Championship of the world was from New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And they did a routine that was so racist. It began with a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da gong. And if you're an Asian American and you're watching TV and you hear that, you know you're fucked. So I had to watch. And like these kids, they came out and they're doing like every, you know, Asian stereotype there was. They're doing kung fu, they're doing fucking laundry and shit. At one point, one kid dressed as a dog runs across the stage being chased by another kid with a cleaver. And then, yeah, no, seriously. And then at the very, no, listen. And then at the very end, one kid makes a 700 score on the SAT in the math portion. So it's like fucking everything. And what the fuck is that? I had a racist incident happen to me. And I have them happen all the time, actually, and I always feel like I have to say shit like I'm responsible for. I was in North Carolina, and I was having dinner in a Chinese restaurant, and I'm sitting there, and 4 people walk in, and they sit down next to me, and you know, the waitress comes over and takes their order. Okay, you want chicken fries? Yo, you cannot order to pork. You have to have chicken. If you want chicken, you have to have chicken. You got to no pork. No. Okay, you want chicken? Okay, you want Coke? Oh, you better have Diet Coke. Okay, Diet Coke. Okay, tea. Oh, tea. Okay, I'll come back. She leaves. And then people at the table start making fun of her. They're like, oh, no, you cannot fucking do it. No, you... Tea. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this with my eyes, but just... fucking go along with all... And I got pissed off, and I stood up, I said, hey! And they're like, oh, shit. Then, like, I'm standing there, like, what am I gonna do now, you know? All of a sudden, I'm Billy Jack. It's just fucked up. I've had so many, you know, racial incidents happen to me, and racism against me. And I think that if I were to pick my very favorite kind of racism, it would have to be incidental racism. That's racism that you can't really do anything about, it just happens, you just have to like let it go. Let me give you an example. I was in a play in high school called The Happy Journey, and during one scene in the play, it's very quiet in the auditorium, I bow my head and I pray. And from the very back, I hear, "Oh, grasshopper." That's fucked up. So I'm Korean. I have a Korean name. My Korean name is Moran. Moran. That's the most fucked up name. It's the most fucked up playground name you can have, just about. Moron. What are you, moron? Hey, moron. That's like naming your kid Ass Hill. Moron. I'm like so fucking drunk. I can't believe I'm standing. You know, so I have a boyfriend. No. Is that weird? No, I do. Like finally, and after not being laid my whole life ever, I actually finally, I never used it. Like I never used my vagina ever. Ever. So, you know, I was just like, does anybody want it? Because you could put like, I don't know, change in it or something. Be like those little old lady change purses with a slit in the middle and a little picture of the Golden Gate Bridge on the front of it. No, I like never got laid ever, and no, I never did ever. And I was just gonna trick somebody into doing it. Use trickery. I was gonna cover with leaves and hope somebody just would fall in because no. Seriously, I had a problem, and that's a problem, and I just, you know, it's really sad. And no, but no, I am actually sexually active now, which is really great. It was wonderful. No, but it's you know what scared me about not being sexually active is okay, how do I put this? Okay. You know when you get your ear pierced and you don't put anything in for a long time, it closes? I was kind of scared that might happen. It's fucked up. That's so disgusting. Okay. I'm gonna see my family when I'm in San Francisco. I'm excited because I'll see all of them. I'll see my dad and my mom. And my dad hangs out with this guy that looks exactly like my dad, but he's not my dad. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. I think I got my dad wet or something, and now there's another one. It's like, you know, oh shit, I fed him after midnight. It's like some weird Gremlins thing. My dad has a boyfriend now, apparently. And now I'm gonna see my brother too. My brother and I don't get along very well because when we were kids, he did something to me that I will never forgive him for. He took a big shit in my goldfish bowl. No, seriously. And it was like, when I look at him, I don't see him. You know, I just see a big log. Just a big log floating in the water and a goldfish standing on it like a lumberjack. So boozy. So boozy. So I'm gonna go, but I have a job. I have to get a job. I do. I got offered something that I don't know if I'm gonna take it. I don't know if I will, but it sounds kind of good. It's to do a talk show. I love talk shows. They make me crazy. I watch them so much that I think I'm living proof that you don't have to be white trash. You know, like I love talk shows. I love them all. And I think my favorite talk show is Ricki Lake because the best fights occur on the Ricki Lake show. Because Ricki has no control over her audience or her guests at all. You know, she just stands there. And my favorite Ricki Lake shows are when they have black women, white women, and the topic is stay away from my man. Nah, see, it's my turn. Nah, see, no, I'll let you talk. Nah, you trying, nah, see, you trying to play, don't try to play. See, no, I'm not mad at you. If I was mad, you would be dead, okay? Girl, nah, see. Do not go there. No. Do not go there. You try to, no, see, all I'm saying, let me just say this one thing. drink and look like a hoe. If it act like a hoe. If it smell like a, what you think it is? I think it's a hoe, don't you? See, now you're trying to, no, do not, no, say it to my hand, bitch. Yeah. No, say all that shit right to my, go ahead. And those are the white girls. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
Margaret Cho, come on now. We have a lot of people that want to come up here and say their goodbyes and do their sets. Don't go anywhere. We're going to 1:30, and this is it. So don't go anywhere. All right? All right?
Yeah!
All right. Please welcome Arj Barker. Give it up for him. Wow. How you guys doing?
Hi.
Again, I'm Arj, and I'm honored to be here on the last night. Look at all these people enjoying a few drinks on a Sunday night. Heretics! Sorry. A little religious. We're glad to be back at the Creek. Actually, again, I'm one of those people that might not ever come here once this club's gone. You know, I love coming out here. I always notice the Creek's kind of a little upper crust. It's like a lot of nice stuff. You guys own a lot of nice stuff. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to heckle you. I'm from Marin. Let me say, it's a pleasure to be here, my well-off brothers and sisters. And I think the problem is people find out we're like from Marin or Walnut Creek, and they give us a hard time, like we live in bubbles with no problems at all. But that's a fallacy, isn't it? We have problems just like anyone else, right? Yeah? Bad latte? Chipped biscotti? I'm mortified. This is one of my favorite clubs to work, and I just want to take a little time out of my humor schedule to just say a couple words to the staff, if you guys could listen up. I've been working here like 3 years, and it's gonna sound a little corny, but you guys are, I think of you guys are like my family.
Aww.
You're rude, abusive, you drink too much, and given the opportunity, you two would probably try to ditch me at Marine World on my 8th birthday. But I love the fuck out of you guys. I'm gonna miss you guys, so we'll keep in touch. What about that Marine World Vallejo place? Vallejo's one of the few places in California to legalize bungee jumping. Yeah. I guess I figured because it was Vallejo, people were going to jump with or without a bungee. You know, it might as well get a little revenue going. Marine World, I fully approve of them because when the big base closed down, thousands of military people were out of jobs. Marine World tried to pick up a little bit of the slack, a little help in the community, and hire some of those out-of-work military people for Marine World. Of course, Marine World was never the same after that. You're trying to enjoy the dolphin show. You call yourself a dolphin? Move your tuna fish! You know what it's like. I used to live in San Francisco. I had my own apartment. It got too expensive though, and now I'm actually sharing a place with some old buddies. My parents. And, I'm not good at that. I don't understand the city. I try to live in the city. It's like it's a good thing I'm in the suburbs because I don't understand the city ways. Like across the street from my house, there was a condemned building. And that would have been obvious to anyone. You know, to 99% of people, they go, oh, that building's condemned, you know? For like 8 months. I thought it was a plywood store. The whole time I'd be like, they should change their display, you know? See, that's my problem. I need better jokes. Damn it. I love coming out. Every time I drive out to, I know this is, I've never said this before on stage, but I always get a little thrill, and I know it's immature, every time when I'm driving out to Walnut Creek, and I see that sign that says both tunnels open. I don't know. I know, it's me, and I probably rent too many videos and stuff. But I always felt that. And they're gonna give me the light in a few minutes.
the traditional light. That means get off the stage. They always do that out here at the creek. They give you a flashlight, and then it means for me to get off the stage in a couple minutes. I've been having these horrible comedy anxiety nightmares. Every night I have the same dream. I'm doing a show for like 30,000 coal miners. And the insecurity is so great. The first time I came out here, though, it's not easy to find the creek. You guys don't make it very obvious where the exit. There's like one exit into the creek. It's like behind a waterfall or something. I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to find it. Cheetah, find creek. The first time I went here, I was all fired up. I was working. I just got to work and I was on my way out here. I'd never been here. I'm like, yeah, go to the creek. Caldecott, yeah, go to the creek. Past Lafayette, yeah, going to the creek. On to 680 South, yeah, going to the creek. I don't see a lot of signs for it, though. I was like in fucking Hayward.
I know. You're not Margaret, right?
I made it back, though, because otherwise I wouldn't be on this stage, would I? I'd still be driving down there, somewhere in the South Bay. But, anyway, thanks for coming out, you guys. There's a lot of great comedians coming up here and stuff. Since this place is closing, I might mention that it's not over for me and you. I am available for private parties.
All right.
Not to do comedy or anything, you know. But, you know, it'd just be nice to get invited somewhere. I don't see why that's a crime. I'm gonna do this, just one thing. I just went to Europe and I just gotta tell you, the traffic there is horrible. Does the traffic bother you? You tired of the traffic?
Sucks.
Everywhere there's traffic, the solution could be solved in 2 words. Public buses. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right, aren't I? If those fucking things weren't in the way. But if you ever go to Europe, all you have to do is buy a harmonica. That's what I found out. It's the best thing ever. It costs like 15 bucks. To get out there, the traffic's horrible. You're caught in one of those circular, they don't have U-turns, they have O-turns, and you're just going around in that thing. Nothing's going anywhere. And you just whip out your harp, roll down the window. It's on the other side, usually. Really like that one. Man, I should have just done that the whole fucking time. Sorry I wasted your time telling you about the plywood store incident. Doesn't work here though. I tried to convert it. The first day back, I rolled down the window. And the people in front of me were just like, hey, will you quit fucking whining? We're all in it together. God bless you. See you at the San Francisco Punch Line.
Arj Barker!
Yeah.
No. That was for 4 people that were paying attention.
They're gonna get you.
You didn't bring enough to share.
Run for your life.
If you didn't bring enough for everyone.
Johnny Winter, ladies and gentlemen. How about a nice hand for Johnny Winter? I cut open the belly of a Tibetan mountain goat, and as the steam rose out of its shredded bow, reached in with my hand and I pulled out my car keys. Don't it figure? It's always in the last place you look. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Johnny Hurd. Give it up for him.
Walnut Creek, once again, give it up to all the talent you done heard tonight. Cool. Y'all got a little bit more life left. That'll work. I want to get y'all involved on this one, okay? With a round of applause, how many guys think OJ was guilty? Damn, every woman in the house clapped on that one. With a round of applause, how many of you guys think he wasn't guilty? That's cool. And how many of y'all, just like me, glad to get your damn TV set back? That's cool. Now, since this O.J. Simpson thing is all over, there are a few people ain't sleeping too good. First person come to mind, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Mike ain't sleeping good, and Mike tripped me out. Mike married Elvis Presley's daughter. Now, if it tripped me out, how you think those people in Memphis felt? You know what I'm saying? What if we got a newscast team to go down there and talk to these people? You know, see how they feel about it. Excuse me, sir, but how do you feel about Michael Jackson marrying Elvis Presley's daughter? Well, son, I tell you, we don't like our white women marrying white women. How many of y'all got kids? Kids in the house?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that some of y'all don't want to claim that demon seed right now. And I'm glad the holiday season over with. You hear me, man? Because we got some badass kids in the world today. You know what I'm saying? I went to like Target's the other day. You guys ever been to Target? Yeah, you shopped there too, huh? Man, I walked into Target's, this little boy seen me. He was like, oh, wow. He went running back to his mama. He's like, mama, mama, look, it's the Budweiser frog. Washing my car, a school bus comes by. These elementary kids. I'm like, hey, y'all, how you doing? New black man in town. Much love, much love. You know every child on the bus is doing this. I said, oh, man, wait a minute. They don't do this in my neighborhood. Little boy walked up to me and said, hey, mister, don't wave it, then they're making fun of you. I said, what? He said, you know what this means? This means dickhead. Irritated, man, cursing like that in my mama's house. That hot, not paying no bills. My ass be on a milk carton real quick. You hear me? Oh, I'm talking about missing. I remember the first and the last time I cursed in this woman's house. And you parents, y'all know, sometimes y'all let one go. My mom had a special way. She spelled the word. One day she was on the phone, hey girl, how you doing? He did what? Get your SHIT and leave. Because the child was like, hey, mama playing a game? Mama want me to learn this word? I'll make my mom and daddy real proud. Rub it on a sheet of paper, put it on the dresser, because you know, at some point in time, I'm going to be a hero. And what better way to impress your parents than on the 4th of July, family reunion. People you ain't seen in 4 or 5 years. Man, I got out the van, had on my brand new suit, found all the black folks in the park, sitting up under a shady tree drinking Kool-Aid out of mayonnaise jar. And I was screaming for mama. I was like, mama, mama, sit. Man, that black woman stood up. There was a big flash of light. Hell, when I woke up, they were trick-or-treating in the hood. It was Halloween. She didn't play like I'm a godfather, so I tried to look out for my godson, okay? The parents was getting ready to leave for about 6 months. They were looking for a babysitter. I said, hey, I can handle that. She was like, wait a minute, a single man with a child for 6 months? Are you crazy? I said, hold on, I'm super Negro, give me that child. So they did, they gave me the child for a trial run, a week. Now I had this child during a very important time of his life. I had this child during the potty training stage. So once again, a single man is going to teach a child how to correctly pee in the toilet? I don't think so. But I let it get me down, man, because I thought about it. I paced, went back and forth. Went into the pantry, got a Cheerio, took the Cheerio, threw it in the toilet, and made him aim at the Cheerio. Ladies, you ought to give me more love than that. Hell, some of your men probably still pissing on the back of the wall. Man, he got good. He bounced that Cheerio all the way around the toilet. He used to run up on me, I gotta pee. Man, I go get a Cheerio, throw it in the toilet, go about my business, because you know he gonna handle his, right? Dang, screwed up, man. Let him spend the night at the neighbor's house the following day. Gave him a bowl of Cheerios, he pissed all over the rest of the day. Commercials trip me out, man, TV. Where the hell's Lake Edna? Exactly. I want to find a black man in the woods cooking rotisserie chicken. Y'all know that ain't right, man. And how come you never see a black person rescued on 911? Think about it. They're always rescuing crazy white guys mountain climbing, skiing 10,000 feet in the air, but you never see them rescue a black person. But if you turn 2 channels to the right on cops, doing comedy, you meet all kinds of people. I met this couple. They invited me to a company party. Anybody here ever been to a company party before? Oh, yeah. Boring as hell, ain't it? Yeah. Worst damn thing you can go to. But on this particular night, the couple that I was with, they showed their behind, especially the old man. He got drunk and he showed up in front of his boss, his co-workers, everybody. But it didn't bother me, you know, no reflection on me, mind you. But he woke up that following morning with a migraine headache. He approached his wife, he said, "Oh, damn, baby. What the hell happened last night?" She said, "Child, you acted a fool. You showed off in front of your boss, your co-workers, everybody. You were totally ignorant last night." My man was like, "My boss? Piss on him." She said, "You did." He got so upset with you by doing that, he fired you right then on the spot. My man was like, "Oh, damn, well, fuck him then." She said, "I did, and you go back to work Monday morning." Some friends of mine invited me to a strip bar.
Yeah.
A strip bar?
Yeah.
Oh, you motherfucking screaming, huh?
Yeah.
Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna go to a bar, pay $60, get drunk, watch a woman take off all her clothes, and not take her home. There's no way. Hell, I might as well get married. But anyway, I went with some friends of mine, right? And I didn't want to go. I didn't bring no money. I'm like, man, that shit, the hell with that. If I can't take it home, I don't want to go. I don't need to see it, man. I'm telling you. But I went and had a good time. And this woman was just shaking her ass all in front of my face the whole night. I ain't had no money. Only thing I had was my ATM card. So I took out my ATM card and slid it right through her ass. It took. I spent $120 that night. A friend of mine, he just paid $5,200 to get his wife breast implants.
Ouch.
Oh, hell, $5,200. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of money for a lot of love. What I want to know is, do they cook and clean? Do they mow the lawn? Do they take care of the kids? But I must admit, though, when I seen them for the first time, hell, I felt like I was 2 months old again. Y'all, they were big, giant fun bags, you hear me? And one day when he was getting ready to go out to dinner, he walked in on, he said, "Baby, take that blouse off." She said, "No, fool. I'm not going out here topless. Are you crazy?" He said, "Baby, take that blouse off." She said, "No, fool. Why?" He said, "Because I want all the fellas to see why I'm broke." This is cool. We're up under the big top having so much fun. It's a shame this is like the last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's really weird. I think we all need to get along, you know? So me, I decided to do something different, you know, for mankind. I decided to step outside of my bounds, you know? So last weekend, yours truly went to a rodeo. Damn, y'all laughing. I'm opening up my heart. But it was cool because I went with my roommate. Well, my ex-roommate. He's a foreign exchange student. Well, he's a cowboy. But anyway, I kind of went with him, right? And he's a real outdoorsy kind of guy. So one day I brought a dead deer home. He was like, "Damn, Johnny, that's a $5, son. How'd you kill it? 30-06 shotgun?" I was like, "No, man, 6.7 Buick in a ski rag." Now, in order to go to this rodeo, do you or do you not agree that you have to wear authentic cowboy gear?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Just for purpose's sake, goddammit.
Yeah!
Yes.
Do you or do you not agree Wranglers are an appropriate cowboy jean?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, huh, sir? Let me tell you something. Whoever made Wranglers didn't have a black man in mind when he made these pants. Y'all get me? Went to Walmart, took the pants off the rack, y'all put the puppies on. Pow, my ass is in the air, my balls is on my back, I was losing blood out my eyes. I almost passed out, I had the free willy. Woo! Way too much pain for one black man to stand. But I went to the rodeo. I had a good time, man. You know, but I had a problem. 2 pet cowboys that followed my black ass the whole night. Y'all know at some point in time, our paths is gonna cross. Sure enough, they were sitting at the bar. Hey, black guy, here you wanna be a real cowboy, son? In order to be a real cowboy, you got to come on over here and drink with us. I'm like, oh shit, the pants didn't work. You know, what makes you think drinking gonna do anything better? But being the only Negro in the rodeo, I felt special. You know what I'm saying? I felt like a dot on a domino. And it was real cool, you know, and I was like, hey, hold on, you pet cowboys, you got Super Negro here, I'm drinking y'all asses up on the table. Put 2 shots on the bar right now, what we drinking. My man said, prairie fires. Didn't sound like a margarita to me. Prairie fire is a shot glass halfway filled with tequila, the other half filled with Tabasco sauce. Hold on, my body didn't say that. I got spunky, I was like, yo, you pet cowboys, yippee-ki-yay, Super Negro's on his way. Walked to the bar, man, took the 2 shots, pow, pow. My man said, Johnny, in a few moments, son, you gonna be growing hair all on your chest. Sure enough, I had a fur pelt on my chest. Looked like I had Urkel in a headlock. But you know they should have warned me when I went to the restroom to bring a fire extinguisher because I lost all the hair on my ass. But what really got the brother was the music. I don't hear that kind of music in my neighborhood. But if I hear "Don't Tear Apart My Achy Breaky Heart," I just can't seem to understand. I quit my job, buy a gun, and get a job in the post office. I kill them all. But understand, if I'm kicking it with them, don't you think it's cool they listen to my music?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Guess what my music is?
Rap.
Reggae.
Jazz.
Reggae.
Jazz.
I go with that reggae because I'm ready to shoot somebody when they say rap. Damn. I don't eat watermelon chicken and shit. I ain't looking for movies and all that other shit. I thought we came a long way. No, I like reggae. Y'all like reggae? Yeah. All right. Y'all say Wayne Man. Y'all sound like them dead-ass peacocks in my backyard. Y'all say Wayne Man. You know you sound much better than pet cowboys when I popped that tape in the deck. Popped the tape in the deck, the first thing they heard was, "Selector, go down." You have the remedy be your heart, you have the remedy be your brain, you have the agony be your body that make a choo-choo like a train. Sing with me.
We're white folks. Excuse us.
All y'all look funny as hell. All y'all look like deers caught up in a headlight. Walnut Creek, I had a blast. It's a shame it has it end like this. I'm serious, man. I had so much fun at this place, man. As soon as I get booked, they close down on the brother.
Go figure.
Damn. Life of crime, I go.
City crime.
Well, Walnut Creek, it's been a blast, man.
Thank you.
Much love.
Yo, Rube.
Johnny Hurd, give it up for him. Hey,
Yo.
Smoke it. Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if you got
we had some empty seats. People, they're standing all night. Grab some seats if you see any empty ones, all right? Little MC work I'm doing for you now. Now what I like, you okay?
This is non-smoking section.
All right.
Hey, we're in the non-smoking section.
I'm gonna read a nice little children's story for you. You ready for this?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. This is a classic. Are you guys familiar with the Book of Hans Christian Acid Trip? Because if you are, you're really gonna love this one. And this is a classic. This is called Supper Time, Tommy. A little bit of audience participation. All right. Every time you hear me read out "ring, ring, ring," you guys say "Supper time, Tommy."
Supper time, Tommy.
Yeah, just like that. Ready? Let's practice it. Ready? Ring, ring, ring.
Supper time, Tommy.
Very good. Here we go. This one's called Supper Time, Tommy. succumbing to the relentless tidal waves of emptiness that reduced him to wanting to be sure there could be no eternal punishment for committing suicide, Lord Suckpipes let down his guard and allowed his last drops of passion to be absorbed by those areas of no concern and the people who inhabited them. But it wasn't until after a second cup of joe that he was ready to face his day. He grabbed his bag, walked outside, locked the front door, and began walking down the dirt road a singing low. His lordship of the Suckpipe had walked about a half a mile when he realized he forgot to pack up all of his cares and woes. You see, today was the day that the Apatachi Indians were trading all of their land for the white man's skillfully crafted and shiny cares and woes. Lord Suckpipe was famous for accurately predicting the deaths of his fellow townspeople, but even he knew a deal like this is once in a lifetime. His lordship correctly dated 74 of 75 deaths in his town. One man died of a heart attack the night before Lord Suckpipe said he would. The other 74 died on the exact date predicted by Lord Suckpipe. All of them died next to their favorite tool in an unwitnessed and brutal fashion. Journey underfoot slightly delayed, his most revered drain vessel stopped near a fence and yelled out, "Are you a breeder of championship dogs?" And the brightly colored pile of leaves replied, "No, no we're not. We are wonderfully vivid and beautiful indicators of a change of season." Realizing his lordship's interest, the leaves continued. "We change colors as a reminder of summer's end, and then we fall to the ground, hoping our lush and random patterns lightly ease you into the shorter days and crisper air. When this is done, we spring tiny leaf feet, and then we run up the ass of a pig. If there is no pig in sight, we use our tiny leaf feet to run into town so we can rent a pig and then run up it." This isn't supper time, Tommy! But you guys knew that a long time ago, didn't you? You motherfuckers. Trying to make me look foolish. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very funny lady, Miss Laurie Kilmartin.
Thank you, crowd. Man, this is a heartbreaking night. This is actually my hometown, Walnut Creek. I was born and raised right here in Walnut Creek. Thank you. I usually don't tell people that unless they're from Concord and I want to brag.
I wanted to say I've spent a lot of happy times on the stage with Laurie Kilmartin. She's the kind of comic we're going to start booking here at the Walnut Creek Punch Line. We think we're really going to make a go. This area from our demographics seem to really show that this club is going to sing, and I think it's going to be a flagship of the operation, and fine comics like Laurie Kilmartin will always be a part of the Punch Line family. So go get them, Laurie, and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers! Well, if you expect me to follow that, think again. Tip me! No. Well, Walnut Creek. I was down in Broadway Plaza today.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hate Broadway Plaza. You ever go like to those little tiny stores, like the little boutiques, and you're dressed like a slob, you know, like a Target shopper? And the sales clerks assume you're a shoplifter, so they start to track you around their little store. Hi, nice to have you here with your backpack of many pockets. Can I help you find something? No? Okay. Well, if you need anything, I'll be right up your ass. It's me. It's dark in here. There's Michael Meehan's puppet. I'm looking forward to 96. I just moved out of my parents' house. Thank you. Thank you. I thought I'd tell you that just in case you think I'm a winner. I had to out of curfew. I had a 12 o'clock curfew. I had to be out of the house by noon. That's bullshit. I'm very groggy at that time. You know what's great about 96 is I finally got my feet done about a month ago. I had bunions on my feet and I had them taken off. And now my feet are tiny. They used to be size 11. It's hard to find shoes in size 11. Oh, I look at the size 6 rack and the size 7 rack and they're all sleek and sexy. Then I go size 11 rack. Oh gee, I didn't know Timberland made a pump. That's pretty. I did find a great shoe store for large-footed women in the city. It's a transvestite shoe store. It's called Victoria's Other Secret. And skip the catalog. I'm in love, too. I'm dating a fabulous, wonderful, romantic man. Not a good speller. Wrote me a love letter recently, started at Dear Sweaty Pie. Hope he's a bad speller. He's a cop. Yeah, he's a Richmond cop. You can't tell I wear a lot of makeup. Fabulous man. Better than my ex-boyfriend who I saw recently. He's happy. That pisses me off. I don't want that bastard happy. I want him living in a Motel 6 jerking off every night. Won't bring my name. You know, like when we were dating. Actually, he wanted to stay friends with me, which is to me sort of awkward, you know? And I don't want to seem like a prude to you people. But you tell me, how am I supposed to stay friends with somebody whose genitals I've seen slathered in peanut butter? Don't judge me, Walnut Creek. Try it first. Learn from my mistakes. Don't use crunchy. Way too tempting. No, I would pull down my pants to show you my penis, but I don't have one. Well, I do, but it's an innie. I have to sit. My neighbors don't like me in my new neighborhood. The moms especially don't like me. Because I played a prank recently. I was at home and I heard a knock on the door and I opened up the door and there's this little girl standing there in a Navy uniform, you know, really nervous. Hi, my name is Lindsay. I'm a bluebird. We're selling candy. Do you want to buy a box from me? It's just a little cutie, right? So I said, well, you know, Lindsay, when I was your age, I was a little brownie. Guess what? I didn't like you little bitch bluebirds then, and I don't like you now. I ate a little bluebird this morning with fava beans and a nice Chianti. Lost a lot of babysitting work. I don't care. I make a lot of money house sitting. That's one of my summer jobs. Anyone do this at all? House sitting? Yeah, it's great. If you don't know what it is, it's when somebody pays you money to go through their stuff. Yeah. I made like $200 in a weekend once. I had a garage sale. I'm hungry too. I try not to eat a lot. I used to weigh 210 pounds a couple years ago. Thank you for your stunned silence, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. Your feet aren't big enough. I was 210. I had to shop at a store near my house called Pretty and Plump. Actually, it was in the Willows, Pretty and Plump, which is the worst name for a store, because when you're big, that is not how you feel about your body. I was like, it should have been blunt. So I called the store Pretty and Plump. They should have called it fat. I'm fucking pissed off about it. How do a store for skinny chicks? I'm bony and bitchy. I was very busty when I was fat, too. It's very embarrassing to buy big bras, because they don't have sizes listed on the tags, you know. Tags on big bras say things like maximum occupancy, 6 persons. I tried on something once called a minimizer bra, and it's supposed to take an inch off your chest. And I swear to God, what it does is it will shove your breast into your armpits. Which kind of works because your bust doesn't attract much attention for standing like this does. You know how rude strangers are. Hey lady, how come you got nipples on your armpit? Lucky. Tickle me. Sorry. There won't be a lot of bestie women now because silicone implants are illegal, which is good. I hope there's no silicone implanted women here tonight in the room. No one from Danville could make it? Oh, too bad. Silicone's so bad for you. I think they should make implants out of silly putty instead, because that way you could shape them yourself every morning. Huh? Make one big one right up front. Hang your little purse on it. Roll around on the comics on Sunday morning. Pull a really long one day. Look, honey, I'm the National Geographic lady. Thanks a lot, you guys. Good night.
Laurie Kilmartin, let's hear it for her. Yeah. We're going to keep rolling along. A lot of people want to do their last set here. Please welcome to the stage, Mike Uryga. Let's hear it for him. Come on now.
Thank you very much. All right. Walnut Creek. Okay. Last night. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Walnut Creek. It's sad. All memories, man. Everyone's sharing my experience here. I broke my toe here about 5 months ago. I fell off the stage. So they're not really closing. You're just coming to Mike Uryga's comedy club next week. So sued their asses. And I poured coffee on my crotch just to make sure I win. So welcome to my club. Walnut Creek, all right. I almost didn't make it here. I drove here tonight on the Autobahn, Highway 24, and I'm doing 90, and I'm the slow asshole in the fast lane. So I'm in the fast lane, I'm playing with my radio, I look up, I see these headlights coming at me in my lane, and I'm like, fuck, you know? Because you just don't say golly in head-on situations. So I changed lanes, and this VW Bug passes me, going the wrong way on the freeway. Which is the only way a VW Bug can pass you on a freeway, is if they go. That's a trick. I told that joke in Berkeley, and they kicked my ass. I know, and kicking my ass, ooh, how tough, you know. There are girls in band that can say that. Okay, all right. Late night, huh? Troopers. I know. Had a little pick-me-up in the back room, and all right. But my cocaine days are way behind me, so they gave me Vivarin. They said Vivarin was easier than cocaine, which is so wrong, because every time you hit the pill with a razor blade, it just shoots right off the mirror. I know, so I had to take it whole, now it's kind of like lodge right up here on the right side of my nose. Just... Okay, no drug humor tonight. All right, that's all right. Woo, drugs. All right. California's the biggest drug-taking, bong-passing state I've ever lived in. So are you guys, all right. There's a town up north called Weed. I love that. I didn't even know that existed. I was on the freeway. I saw that sign. Weed. Next 3 exits. Yes! They tell you where to get it. Excellent. No more driving around Oakland looking for Tony. You know? I'm a pot smoker. I'll share that with you. I love the pot. Love the pot. Yeah, all right. But I don't get high and drive. Because the memory loss kicks in at the shittiest time. You're coming up to the intersection, you're like, red means what? Red means what? People come up to me after the show, hey man, pot doesn't cause memory loss. Hey man, pot doesn't cause memory loss. A spot smoker, we know it causes memory loss. During that commercial break, you're going, what fucking program am I watching? Stoners, all right. So I should quit drugs, though. I quit smoking, so thanks. It didn't last, but thank you very much. It's rough. 8 days, I read all these nutrition books. I didn't have a cigarette for 8 days. And I read that you can burn calories just having sex. I thought that was so cool, you could burn calories in 2 minutes. That is so neat. So I didn't lose any weight, I just had a really sore arm after a while, and all right, okay. Masturbation. I went to Catholic school, they never told us about masturbation. They said 2 things. 1, you'd go blind, liars. And 2, your dead relatives can see you. We're like, what the fuck, man? Back off, Grandma! You know, teach kids about masturbation. Don't fire Jocelyn elders. I think conservatives were afraid they were going to teach it in the classroom. Like your teacher would walk in. Okay, guys, take a little spit, go like this. Yeah! No, Billy, you're doing it wrong. Let me show you. Yeah! She thought if kids learn to please themselves, there won't be unwanted pregnancies, maybe date rape would no longer exist. Republicans, no, fire the bitch, fire the bitch. But they support the National Rifle Association. What's their message? It's okay to shoot a gun, but not your wad? What? They don't teach masturbation, they go to prepare back in school. Oh God, please let my boner go away. All right, some of you are not in my liberal thinking, but fuck you. I really don't care anymore. Yeah, I've been to Tennessee. I'm no longer afraid. So, man, this is so weird. This is over. Well, make sure you tip your wait staff. They worked hard for you guys tonight. And yes, they did. Didn't they? I love them. They're the best staff. And don't hassle. Not quarters, dollars, $5 bill, $10 bills. I used to wait tables. And when food is not ready, it is not our fault. I used to hate that.
Hey man, where's our food? Where's our food? Where's our food? I'm like, lucky guess, in the kitchen, in the kitchen. And people who want sodas with no ice, like, you're gonna get more fluid ounces for your dollar. God, I like my Coke with no ice. I used to bring it out in a shot glass. There goes her Coke, no fucking ice. Now leave me alone, you son of a bitch. So, be nice to them. I finally quit waiting tables. You can only handle people so much. I gave this woman warm water by accident, big mistake. She wanted ice water. She calls me back to the table. She looks at me and she goes, "Are you retarded?" I have never been asked that question in my life. That, and are you a model? I've never been asked that either. So she says, "Are you retarded?" And I had to. I was like, "I don't know, man." Am I retarded? I'm Mike Uryga, guys. Thank you so much, Walnut Creek.
Mike Uryga, let him know! Got a fine, fine crowd. We got a few more special surprises for you, so don't go anywhere. This next gentleman's a good buddy of mine. We've been hanging together for years. He's one of the original members of the once San Francisco comedy mecca Bay Area deal that we had going here. Good buddy of mine. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Rey Booker.
Thank you very much. I can't believe I won't be coming back here to Walnut Creek, because you know I can't come to this town and not get arrested and not have an alibi. Because look at me, man. People walk up to me, make all kinds of assumptions. You realize I have complete strangers will walk up to me on the street and ask me for weed. And then have the nerve to tell me I charge too much. Well, let me squash that shit, see? Because I want to tell you, clean and sober, 7 months. This month, yeah. And I'm proud to tell you that. Because see, I had to get off the shit. You know, I got crazy stupid with it. DWI, driving with idiot. The fool that was in the car with me should have told me I was too fucked up to be behind the wheel. Right? Wasn't that his job? And I believe he would have told if, you know, he hadn't passed out. But see, I was beyond fucked up, which is why I had to clean my act up. When the officer handed me that field breathalyzer to blow into on the side of the freeway, I tried to play him a tune. Let me hit a little miles for you, man. Damn, this first note's a bitch. I live in Oakland. I want to tell you that because I'm proud of that shit. A lot of times they get on stage and MCs, you know, will say I'm from San Francisco. Like San Francisco covers it for all of Northern California, right? You know that's bullshit. Our cities are different than San Francisco. You can't lump us all under one name like that. It's a big fucking difference, especially between Oakland and San Francisco. In case you didn't know, because in Oakland you get nailed from behind, chances are it's a bullet. But I'm gonna miss the creek, man. I mean, shit, let's face it, Walnut Creek is the land of drive-by shopping. I am, so, you know, being clean and sober, let me tell you that life is scary for me. I'm afraid of food. I mean, because let's face it, food is killing people, right? E. coli jumped out, started knocking people out at Sizzler and Jack in the Box, right? And look at what we're calling food. You don't recognize anything today, because pretty much everything you're putting in your mouth is a substitute, isn't it? Meat substitute, sugar substitute, salt substitute, sizzling, egg beaters. Gee, I can't believe it's really not butter. What the fuck is it? And why am I spreading it on my toast instead of polishing my car? And if it's not a substitute, it's light, right? In America today, if it hasn't gone light, it's going light, isn't it? And that's anything. It used to be confined to certain food groups, but now, well, I mean, Miller Lite, Pepsi Light, of course, ice cream light, salad dressing light. You know, I even saw on the 7-Eleven Twinkies light. Pretty soon, shit won't flush. That's gonna turn Thanksgiving into a nightmare. We just had New Year's, Everybody was in a good mood this year. I found it hard to get into like the celebratory spirit. Because see, I'm still going through Valentine's Day withdrawal. And we got February's coming again. It's going to be Valentine's Day again. And it's going to hit me. You know, it's a depression that won't leave me. Because there's, you know, I mean, that's a good day if you got somebody, right? If you're happily married, you got a good girlfriend or a good boyfriend, or you know, you're in heaven. But should there be a day for those of us that ain't got nobody? Right? A day for those of us that are divorced or dumped or too fucking ugly for anybody to hang around? We should have our own day, like fuck off day. And Hallmark should make cards for us too. You know, those little clever sayings so we can send them to our ex. Here's a card. Oh no, you'll scoff. Just send it to say, fuck off! And make it a pop-up card. My favorite day is Halloween though. If you're gonna try out, hell yeah, come on, let's face it. Halloween, one day out of the whole damn year, you get to dress up any old crazy ass way you can think of. And not worry about what anybody's gonna say about it, because it's the day for it. And you get to go out in the public like this. Hell yeah, right? Pick out a bar or club, have a few drinks, get a little wasted, you know, pick somebody out, dance all night, maybe get lucky, take them home, do the nasty, wake up next morning, there's Big Bird laying right next to you. Or Barney. I love you. My butt hurts. Yeah, you was one purple people eater last night. You ever been talking to somebody and lose such complete interest you start wondering what their skeleton looks like? I just want to see what I'm dealing with. Or you ever meet somebody so shallow, not even automatic doors at Safeway would open for them? Don't you hate it when something flies up your nose? Because you know you gotta go up there after it. By yourself. Ever get an itch in your butt? Cool. There's really nothing else to say about that now, is there? Ever surprise yourself with the smell of your own fart? And there's really nowhere for you to go, is there? I mean, shit, you just stand there, man, the shit is so rank, you even loud talk yourself, don't you? It's like, oh, Jesus, is that me? Oh, I mean, your shit is so bad, dead people are screaming at you from the grave. Hell yeah, that's you, motherfucker, get that shit there. See, we could all handle that if it wasn't for other people. Right? They're the ones that always make an issue out of it, right? It's always, ooh, how could you? Like you had something to do with the smell. Let's face it, if you could control the smell, it wouldn't be a fart. It'd be a speech impediment. Last thing before I get out of here, I have, you know, people, I mean, most people when they meet me for the first time, and which is why I really enjoyed coming to Walnut Creek, because it's been like a little cultural exchange here. All the different kinds of people have come through here, and we've really learned a lot from you, and I think you have learned stuff from us. And in my own case in particular, because see, most people when they meet me for the first time, spend that time quietly trying to figure out what I am. Like, what have you been doing? Except for bigots. Bigots always speak right up. What the hell are you? Shit, my head hurts trying to figure it out. I even had a redneck in Texas explain the logic of his question to me, right? Say, well, you see, I hate to call you a nigger if you're just a speck. But see, I caught this fool off guard with my reply, right? I said, well, you know what, man? I believe I see your point here. Because it'd be like wrong for me to call you an asshole if you're just a sheep fucker. Oh, he was quite perturbed. Well, who told him? Well, shit, can't anybody keep a secret in this town? No. Thank you very much, Walnut Creek. Thank you for having us. Take care of yourselves. Good night.
Rey Booker, give it up!
This next gentleman is one of my fine, he's just part of all of it, really. He's a regular on Whose Line Is It? On the Comedy Central channel. He's done a million things. He fills in when Alex isn't feeling good and he just wails. Give it up, Greg Proops.
Bob Rubin, God damn it, ladies and gentlemen. How much can one huge Jewish dude from West Virginia do? A fuckload of love is what he brings and a huge tonk of rube dump truck of grooviness. Wow. First I was in Sunnyvale tonight, now Walnut Creek. I love America, ladies and gentlemen, and I love white people wearing sweaters. Hi, I'm the Proclaimers. Fuck, this weighs a ton. Did they guess this because Rube was on and he was partying tonight? We don't want your little panty waist Penny Annie Tandy mic stand. Give us the titanium fucking 2,000-pound mic stand in case he snaps it with his thumb and forefinger. He'll be up here doing Big Jim and the fucking cow vest goes awry. Snap! Another mic stand. It's traditional to use humor on the last night. But fuck that, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Greg Proops Show now, and everything fucking revolves around me, okay? Thanks very much. Been down in Los Angeles a couple of months. Very deep, very heavy. And, you know, you go down there with few expectations, and you fall in love with the people, because they are so sincere. People walk around LA like, oh look, there goes Jupiter. There goes fucking Mars. Wow, the universe does fucking revolve around me. When I'm in England, people go, they're very nice in England, very warm, very giving. Thank you. It's still the same non-ironic white people crowd that I've always grown to love here in Walnut Creek. Really? They don't seem that way? Yeah, I fucking know. So many memories here. Nights of people from Black Hawk sitting going, oh, I hate you. How I wish to be back at my own personal grocery cart with my cell phone. So many nights. The night the Gulf War broke out, I played here. No one noticed in Walnut Creek because Penguins didn't have Jimmys and there was a big protest going on out in front. Yes, there was a Penguins there then. Hardly seems appropriate to do material. So they say to me in England, do you miss America? And are you Miss America? And of course I say, no, I am. You don't know her, she's not here. Let's party, huh? Last night. No holds barred. We go and sizzler. We go and sizzler. It's the last night. You don't know her. What would happen if she was here? She's gonna heckle? Nothing. Nothing. We'd ignore her. We would ignore her and prevail. Like Courtney Love You fucking people. So, they say, besides, you don't see her here, do you? She fucking hates you. I fucking love you. Okay, pathetic and inconvincing. So, they say, what do you miss about America? I'm like, I would miss the 54 channels, you know, because they have 4 in England. Excuse me, did you say 4? Why, yes, I did. Funville trolley, ding ding, get off here. It's Entertainment Village and you're the mayor. Honey, let's go around the horn. Oh, fuck, we're done. 4 channels, and they're all like this. The ocelot is certainly nature's friskiest feline. The humpback whale, certainly nature's most jocular cetacean. Walnut Creek, California. The small city in Controcopolis, originally between Lafayette and Concord, where white people gather to stare obliquely at comics. Oh fuck, I thought you were that guy on that TV show. Where the 2 guys live together and one talk funny and then... Right. So... And I miss the chronic, the dope, the pot. Thank you. We're in Walnut Creek. Sorry. And it's pretty much like where I'm from, San Carlos, the whitest place on the face of the earth. Go to the record store in Walnut Creek. Any Partridge Family albums? That would be in the funk section. I missed the pot because, wow. And listen, I would never advocate the use of drugs unless you want to have interesting stories to tell at parties that don't bore the living poo out of people. Your little story about how you and your Christian youth group went to Yosemite and had a bike trip. I say good night. The story about how you did 15 tequila slammers, dropped ecstasy, and tried to outrun the Concord police over the fucking San Rafael Bridge. Fucking good story, man. A hilarious story. Tell that one again at Christmas. Get the kids around. And I would miss the Mexican food, because this may not come as a surprise to you, sir, but England is not a good place to go if you want really, really awesome Mexican food. I think it's the way they say it. Sorry, would you like an enchilada? No. Not if you're going to say it like that. I don't want an enchilada. Nor do I want to talk. Or a burrito. So there's this really awesome Mexican restaurant in Los Angeles. Surprise. No menus. It's called the Gardens of Taxco. No menus, because this is LA. Hollywood, you know. Words? Hurting brain. Words not about me. Waiter, can I have a mirror so I can watch myself eat? I am Foxy. Everything on the nachos revolve around me. The waiter just comes up and spiels, right? Very sexy, very Latin. Good evening and welcome to the Gardens of Taxco. This is like eating in a home in Mexico City. Except you can't smoke or have any personal adult freedom. It is getting a little loud next to the bar. Maybe I'll come off the material and do a little riffing on some of the fucking hackasauruses that are infesting the northern side of the room there right now. Who haven't paid good money and are sucking up free booze on the Proops Dogs time when I am trying to throw down with the funky fucking white people of Walnut Creek who have paid dollars on the last fucking night. Do not Johnny Steele me, because I am Margaret fucking showed up here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's time to start crushing a few fucking little guinea pigs over there at the bar. The blood is scented by the crowd, and suddenly they turn Roman. Fuck them. We wish to see carnage this evening. As I said, it seemed inappropriate to do material, and yet some hilarious joke seems to be called for at this point, and I'll be fucked if... What was it?
David Copperfield!
Yeah, David Copperfield, the fulcrum of pure evil. But let me tell you about the other fulcrum of pure evil, ladies and gentlemen, which wouldn't exactly be a fulcrum. It would, if you have two fulcrums, it creates a bench of pure evil, which isn't that fucking evil. You go, oh fuck, I should have avoided that. Speaking of evil, Christians tried to stop Halloween at that elementary school. What better way to fight Satan in the 20th century than to stop Halloween at an elementary school? Certainly the Lord of Darkness will achieve his plan to poison the youth of America by sending them out dressed as the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, laying in his brimstone fucking lair.
Yes, my plan has worked. Soon I will have all the bite-sized Snickers in the world. Many sweet tarts will I have.
When you talk about the devil, you have to talk about Kevin Costner. Now, every moment that you spend in a Kevin Costner movie is a moment you're going to want back at the end of your life. You're going to be lying there in bed with a drip feed up your ass going, why did I sit through Waterworld? He has many qualities as an actor. Expressiveness is not chief amongst them. He would have Louisville Sluggers stapled on his ass. Barry Bonds could hit a tater with him. If he was carved in a certain shape, he would fool ducks. If he lived in Yosemite, you could drive through him. That's why he was in Waterworld. He floats. Wooden is the quality we're going for. I shall try to evoke for you a few scenes from the Kevin Costner movie. Here's a scene from the movie Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, the Clanton gang's down at the OK Corral and they're spoiling for a gunfight. Here's a scene from the movie Dances with Wolves. I will always love. Thanks a lot, you guys. You're awesome. Thanks for being able to tell us one. You guys are all right. Cheers. Bob Rubin, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a fucking gem. Creative, original, homegrown. God damn you. God damn you, Jew boy, you're funny.
And I'm fancy. Great Proops dance. Oh, now. We will be cocktail.
Hey.
We're going to drink some more big bug. I want cocktail. No. We'll be cocktailing. Oh, goddamn it. Drinking and funny. Come on. Great Proops. All right, now we're gonna loosen up and get a little freaky on you. I have some special guests. Actually, they're good friends of mine. And I'm afraid now that they're really gonna be rosining up their hands and hanging on to my coattails because I've crashed at their house when I was homeless. And they're my balladeers. If you've ever seen any of my Oakland Coliseum shows, then you'll know these guys. They're gonna come up and sing a song for you. Fine a cappella balladeering styles of Itchy Brother. Let them hear it. Come on. Let's sing a song. Bob Rubin, give it up for the Jew boy. I like this sweater. What's the deal with the white guys in sweaters, man? I don't get it.
Yeah, I like it.
Shut up. Fucking dick. He's been picking on my sweater all...
Get some volume over here.
Thank you.
It's not working.
Is someone back there?
Screw the microphone, we won't use them.
All right.
Hey.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving, bring it on to me. You know I laugh when you left, but I only hurt myself. Bring it to me, bring your sweet loving on, bring it on to me. Yeah. You know I'll always be your slave till I'm dead and buried in my grave. Bring it to me, bring your sweet loving on, bring it on to me. Yeah.
If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, bring it to me, bring your sweet loving. You gotta bring it home to you. Yes. It's you, brother. I want to try something here. I want to try to sing a song with you guys. I'm the host, and fuck you.
You told us we could get an 8x10 if we got to say shit about sex.
Yeah, okay. I said just sing, don't try to be funny. Now get back in line there. All right. We're going to try this song, and you know, I just realized, I don't even know if I remember this one, but I, as a lot of you people know, am the official spokesperson for the Verve Corporation, makers of Splickets. And we have a brand new theme song to take you into the next millennium. And we'd like to do it for you right now, so let's go. Wait a minute, here. Right over here, a little bit more. Right over here. There you go. All right. All right. Let's try it. I hope I remember this. Let's do it.
Oh,
there we are. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, I can. Oh, all right, good. I'm freaking. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming down the street. Oh, please let it be for me. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be. I got a box of flashy starter gates on my birthday, and I expect a case of lightning bolts. I'm looking for a pony with no shoulders, and Uncle Stucky sent me a big box of some clip-on porn. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming down the street. A prepaid surprise or COD. It could be Splickets or Sparkles or a giant tut, or it could be. Oh, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be. Something special. Something very, very special now, just for me. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for. But I'm looking for us a case of Chuck Connor's teeth. And then there's another thing that, well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm looking for a little boy, you know, he's made out of cork. And Uncle Stucky send me a big box of some clip-on porn. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon is a coming. Oh, the Verve corporate wagon, don't you dare to make a stop until you stop for me. Shut up, Dave, I'm trying to eat corn. Yeah, oh man. Now, it's your brother, Jim Shannon, Steve Medeiros, Bill Remington. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her, Sabrina Matthews. Fix this one, it's dented.
You can't really fix things that are shaped like that. I know I didn't tell you that in bed the other night, but everything was going so well.
This is Abe, the circumcised microphone.
I've never been this disgusted by a microphone in my life. You guys having a good time? I feel kind of weird because I don't sing, you know. They were just like rocking out up here, and now it's the fucking lesbian to tell some jokes. So, doing good. That's cool. You know what? I live with 3 people now, and one of my roommate's parents just left. Praise God. They have been here since the night before Christmas, and I wanted to kill each and every one of them. Every single day. They were eating absurd foods. They were playing samba music at 8 in the morning. I wanted them to die, really, seriously. But they went out. I just want to tell you this. I don't know if this is a joke, but they went out Christmas Eve, and they went to this French restaurant for this fixed menu, blah, 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 all this fancy bullshit. And so they come home and they're telling me about this meal they've had, right? And they said, the meal started with an eggshell filled with truffleized vichyssoise. Well, thank you. Now, see, I'm in Walnut Creek and you guys can relate to me. What the fuck is truffleized vichyssoise? Is that like fish soup in chocolate? What is that? And who would serve something in an... Only the French would fucking serve something in an eggshell. Only the French would make a portion that small. I could just see myself in a restaurant going, what the fuck is this? And someone going, hey, this is a French restaurant, Sabrina, cool it. Oh, okay. Hey, garçon, quel fuck do this? Anyway, so, let me see. What else did I do Christmas season? I went out and I bought myself rollerblades. Incredibly stupid. Very stupid. Have you ever rollerbladed? Once or twice or lots of times? Lots of. Are you good at it? No? That's cool. Well, I'm going to ask you some methods you tried anyway, because see, I had these rollerblades. Well, it was like a whole thing. It was New Year's. I was going to change my life, you know. I was going to eat right, and I was going to exercise. All starting, yeah, absolutely. Well, I started right away, January 1st. I went to the store, and I went to the produce aisle. Remember, I was going to eat right. And so I went to the produce aisle just to identify shit at first, you know. That's lettuce. Those are grapes. Okay. Absolutely. Have you been to the health food aisle? What'd you pick out?
Rice cake.
You did?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten those? Once? Because I've never eaten a rice cake. I look at those things and I think, how much pot would I have to smoke to think of a rice cake as a food item? Who woke up one morning and said packing material pressed into a disc? Yum, tasty. And now I've got these rollerblades. I go out rollerblading on them, right? And I don't do like the 15-minute thing. I went out and I tried to rollerblade away 10 years of beer and television in a single afternoon. So you know the next day I couldn't walk. But after like an hour of rollerblading, I decided to go down a hill. And, oh yeah, because I was an expert. After an hour, you're an expert. That's the way it works, yeah. So I'm going down the hill, and my girlfriend told me that I should traverse across the fall line of the hill, or some fucking scientific bullshit. I have no... She's like, you know, it's just like skiing, which is another sport that I really excel at. That's yeah, big women on things that roll and big women on things that slide. Boy, that is a rockin' idea. So, it was absurd. I mean, I traversed once, and then I turned, and then the skates just went. I mean, that was it. And I'm attached to them. In case you've never been in rollerblades, you can't just take them off while you're moving, you know? So I'm cruising down the hill, and for the first 10 feet, it was cool because I was going fast, and then I realized I was going like 375,000 miles an hour. So now it's not cool anymore because it's just me and gravity and that stinky little brake, which is nothing. You know, it's just me and gravity are like this. I'm like this and gravity's like this. So I'm cruising down. I couldn't figure, have you ever figured, how do you stop? You have no idea? No, anyone? Fall on your butt. Yeah, I skinned my back stopping, actually. I like burst in. I mean, I get all these suggestions. People say, look for grass. Like I don't do that every day. And someone was like, well, look for a bush. Yeah, like I don't do that every day. So anyway. So I guess you've heard that there is not going to be a punchline here in Walnut Creek anymore. There isn't, and that really sucks, and now you're going to have to come to the city and go to the punchline there. No, you can. It's cool. But there's one thing that's very important that you do if you go to the city. Do not walk around the Castro making fun of the queers. That is bad, bad, bad. Because now that you're all going to have to commute into the city to go to the punchline, don't do that. And I want to tell you why. Because we can... What? No, you'll live. You know, but we have like the special homosexual police. We like watch out. We watch out for the like really homophobic couples that come into the Castro, and you can always tell, you know, there's always a really big guy with a really tiny girlfriend with really big hair. And it's not just the look of the couple, it's the way the man is swinging the girl around. Because he doesn't want the lesbians to touch her. Because she will change. You laugh, they're not laughing. See, they need to know, we can't just bump into your girlfriend and switch her over. Generally takes 5 to 10 minutes over a cup of coffee. So, actually when I see a couple like that, I like to follow them around and wait for that inevitable homophobic comment, look at that faggot over there, and as soon as I hear that, I will get right up behind that person's ear, and very quietly, so that only he or she can hear, I'll say, how much for the girl? 15, you're giving too much information now. It was nice when we were talking about rollerblading, but now you're trying to sell your date for less than $20, and nobody wants to know that. No, bad, bad. You can't up the bidding. Just stop now. Stop before you sell your date, so. See, I used to think, I moved to San Francisco. I knew I was moving to a gay town, you know? And actually, like, as a comic, gay comics have gotten more popular. I actually had someone call me up in, like, June from Dayton, Ohio, and say, we're putting a comedy show together and we need a strong lesbian. Want me to tell jokes or move shit? I can move the shit if you want me to, but there's probably a dyke right there in your town that can move the shit for cheaper. No airfare or nothing. But there are still people who will commute from like Turlock to make fun of the actual homosexuals, you know, and not just some woman in their hometown who has an unfortunate haircut. And the other day I was standing on the corner talking to my roommate, and I was the victim of a drive-by shouting. These two guys pulled up to the stoplight in like a white Ford Pinto or some fine piece of automotive workmanship, and the driver, who was on the far side of the car, rolled down his window like this much, because I guess if you're going to hassle with a pedestrian, you roll your window down 4 inches, and that way, if you really piss them off, you can roll it back up before they jump off the curb, run out in the street, dive in, choke the shit out of you. So he rolls his window down like this much, and he starts yelling out of the window, "Dykes! Dykes!" But he's yelling the other way, so I'm looking for the dykes. Now the passenger decides he's gonna clear things up for me. He rolls his window down that same chicken shit 4 inches, and he looks at me, he says, "You're a dyke!" I said, "Well, you're an asshole." And the calmness of my reply seemed to fluster him. See, I think he thought we were gonna just fling insults back and forth, but for me it was a simple exchange of factual information. But remember, this guy's commuted for this experience, so he like reloads. He looks at me, he says, "Eat pussy!" Fine. You got me in the car? How much for the girl? Enjoy the rest of your evening. That's been my talk. Hello, Bob.
Sabrina Matthews, let her know it. Oh yeah? Hey, $20, Bob. I don't want to get out of hand now. You guys are a good crowd. Now listen, it's 12:25 right now. We're going to 1:30. Are you with me? You guys are a good crowd. I guess you're sitting. If anybody's standing, come on. Don't be gutted. All right. Our next comic is okay, all right. How long have I been here? Since 8:30? 4 fucking hours. This is my first fuck up. I don't know who's next, so I'm gonna read another children's story. What the fuck? Can I read another one? Spain. That's it. You got it. This is for the staff, too. Where you going, lad? Moving back, why? Fuck, man, I've been drinking and popping pills all night. Now I have cotton mouth. I'm not gonna spit on you now. I'm gonna shrink Eli Whitney and put him in my larynx and pay him overtime. No, you can't smoke there. Fuck you. No, fuck yeah, I smoke up here. Why don't you get up here and entertain people? And then if you can, then you can smoke. Fuck you. You know, I've lost my fucking wife, my furniture, and my car to be up here to smoke. Are you willing? Do you like tobacco that much? You vested, no collared button up to the fucking Adam's apple motherfucker. But you guys, now see, these are the people we've been waiting for. You guys are hardcore, and we got some great comments coming up for you. I'm going to remember who they are in a minute. First, this is a classic. This one's called Reece, the crease in my pants! There we go. Yeah, I shouldn't do this, because I wrote this down. I might as well. In that electronic microscope, it must be expensive. I wonder if Adolf Hitler had one. Shut up, Reece! Nobody cares! I snapped. I took my pair of pants off the back of my chair and hung them in my closet, hoping Reece would fall asleep before my big date. I was finally going out with Kimberly, queen of the sorority. I tried for so long to get her attention. Once I threw a pebble at her bedroom window, and when she opened it, I laid a guitar on the lawn and stood about 300 feet away from it. Oh, it was very romantic. I remember another time when she was leaving the sorority for her morning class. I had a perfectly timed skywriter appear in the heavens above her, and he spelled out, "You make my heart soar, Kimberly, glurkle, splurkle, urkle, satchel, glue, glue." Apparently, after the skywriter finished my message, his engine caught fire and he spun out of control for a while before he crashed and died. But tonight, I was finally going out with Kimberly, and I wasn't going to let Reece, the crease in my pants, ruin it. Reece had fallen asleep. I slid my pants on slowly and carefully so as not to wake him. I held a large pillow against my groin to muffle the zipper. Oh man, I have got to have part of my brain removed. It's about time. It's just not working out. Gotta have some of it cut out. It's useless. I pulled up in front of the sorority and honked my horn until Kimberly finally came out to the car. I couldn't risk any extra walking. It might wake up Reece. Kimberly thought it odd and rude that I didn't go into the house to pick her up. So I told her my legs were sawed off once, when I was a volunteer audience member for a bad magician. I gotta shoot myself to relieve the pressure. And then I said, "It's kind of chilly tonight, so I put the top up. I hope you don't mind, Kimberly." I wasn't even driving a convertible, but I really wanted to impress her. There was awkward silence as we drove to the restaurant. Finally, Kimberly said, "Do you have a buried treasure map in your pocket?" "Certainly," I said, and I quickly reached into my right front pants pocket and pulled out the crumpled yellow parchment. Oh no, big mistake, I thought. Kimberly blew her nose, then thanked me. Oh no, not really. You didn't want to see the fucking sweat coming off my forehead when I put this to paper. Kimberly blew her nose, then thanked me. Then all hell set in. "You smell like a diaper service truck." "What?" said Kimberly. To my horror, Reece, the crease in my pants was awake. "Your hair looks like a bowl of crushed sparrows." "What did you say?" "Nothing, Kimberly. I didn't say anything. It's Reece, the crease in my pants." We pulled up to the restaurant and I rushed around to open Kimberly's car door. I opened it fast and hard, slamming it against my legs. I just kept slamming the car door on my legs over and over, faster and harder, hoping to knock out Reece. It didn't work, and the angry little crease retaliated, purposely drooling, making it look like I had a wet spot. continued. Kimberly and I were seated, and I immediately ordered 2 cups of steaming hot coffee. I expect a lot of sex in return for this dinner, shouted Reece. How dare you, Kimberly said with a shocked look. No, it's not me. There was no way I could explain this. The waiter brought us 2 cups of coffee piping hot. I quickly poured mine on my lap, and then I stood up and started furiously humping the back of my chair, yelling, "Take that, you little bastard!" Oh, fucking shoot me. Kimberly didn't know what to think. I decided I would try to reason with Reece, and I excused myself to the restroom. That was the last time I ever saw Kimberly. She took a cab home. Yeah. After spending quite some time in the men's room, I was kicked out of the restaurant because the manager thought I was yelling at my penis. Everything ruined again thanks to Reece. I love you guys. I'm looking at the comic who's up next, but I still don't remember, so I'm gonna have to. I'm spent.
Have another drink.
I know.